Hey guys, what's going on? And welcome to the Technologadget Podcast number 8. I'm your host, Jacob Holt, by myself this week. So let's talk about this week in tech. So this week, as you guys know, the PlayStation Network was hacked, I believe a week ago, maybe two, but it's been down for a long time either way, and Sony says that sometime this week, the PlayStation Network will be coming back, and talking to some sources I know, it is still not up. I don't own a PlayStation 3, but supposedly it is still down, and hopefully it'll come back up Friday, but or which would be tomorrow at the time of this filming, or taping, whatever you want to call it, but at the time of this taping, so hopefully they will bring it back. It's been a really big pain in the neck for those PlayStation users or PlayStation 3 users. But when it does come back, they're going to get a whole lot of free stuff. I know they're going to get like a free month of Hulu Plus. They're going to get free identity theft protection, all this crazy stuff as a part of this. So it's good for them, I guess. So, hopefully it'll come back up soon. It's been driving a lot of people I know absolutely insane. They're going to pull their hair out. PlayStation users are. They can't. I believe they can't even watch the movies they bought from the PlayStation Network, so it's really just totally been a problem. But it still plays Blu-rays fine, I hear, so, that's good. But anyway, that's what that has to do, so hopefully that'll come back soon. Next thing on my list here is the iOS location bug was fixed this week. Apple said, actually, last week that it was going to be in the coming weeks, but actually just a week after the announcement, they announced iOS 4.3.3. This fixes the location issue in iOS 4, which, as you know, tracked your location for up to a year using cell towers and Wi-Fi. So that has been fixed. So now not only does that not back up to iTunes, not only is that file encrypted, but it doesn't store as much data, and whenever you slide the switch off for location services, it deletes the cache for that file. The next thing I have on my list, more Apple news-wise, is the new Apple iMacs were announced this week, and these are some really nice-looking machines, I must say. The 27-inch has 2 Thunderbolt ports, which is really nice. You can get 2 30-inch monitors hooked up to it. It also has, what else does it have? I just drew a blank. The 27, they all have quad cores now, which is really nice. It's very exciting that they all have quad cores. Really great, because I have a 27-inch iMac October 2009 edition, which has a quad-core i7 processor clocked at 2.8 gigahertz, and it's just a screamer, and it's just wonderful. So it's just really nice that they've got these new iMacs out. They're really great. So that's the next one to come through the pipes with the new Thunderbolt and the new Sandy Bridge processors. And just as a quick hint, I believe the next Mac to get an update will probably be the Mac Mini. So be looking out for that with the new Mac Mini and possibly a new MacBook Air, so they'll probably be neck and neck. But Apple's always last to update the Mac Mini, so we'll just have to wait and see. So be looking out for those. And more Apple news, got tons and tons of Apple news. And more Apple news, O Magazine and a few other magazines will be coming to the iPad using Apple's subscription model, which is just really great. I think that's really great that Apple subscription model has finally got some more users, because for what I know right now, currently, the only app that uses Apple's subscription service is the Daily. And skipping down my list here a little bit, the Daily magazine has lost $10 million this last quarter. They don't have a lot of downloads or sales. It's really pitiful, because I used it for the free trial and decided that it was just kind of gossipy things. It was pretty good content, I thought, but it wasn't great content. So I unsubscribed to it. It wasn't worth 99 cents a week. I think if they could get that even cheaper, like the O Magazine will be $1.99 a month, which is just a really great price. So, or $20 a year, which is a pretty good price also. So I think if the Daily Magazine had that price, it would be really great. The next thing is the BlackBerry 9900 and 9930 were announced this week. They are touchscreen BlackBerries. Look exactly like the BlackBerry Bold kind of style, where you've got the keyboard below it and the 2.8 screen at the top, which is nice. Let's see. And that's pretty much it. It has BlackBerry OS 7. Nothing really new there. has a touchscreen, which isn't, I don't think, that useful. It's not very ergonomic. I would actually prefer, if I was using one, more than likely to use the trackpad. But it is there, I guess, if you want to use it. I think BlackBerry is trying to do a gimmick thing, trying to get more users' mind, because I believe they only said 14% of new smartphones were BlackBerry's first quarter. So that's a really low number for BlackBerries. So, because iOS and Android are just dominating. And more Apple news I have here. The iOS is rumored in iOS 5 to have over-the-air updates, which is really cool. So, which I think would be great, which would compete with the Android phones of the world. And supposedly Apple is in talks with Verizon to be doing this. No word on if they're talking to AT&T. The source declined to comment on 9to5 Mac about this. But what I would say about this is, one, why is Apple talking to carriers about this? They don't have to download over the air. They can make it Wi-Fi only. That sounds great to me. And it does, for one, aggravate me that your iPhone and your iPad is still tied down to iTunes. And I think Apple's really trying to pull away from that, making it its own device. I think that's what Apple needs to do. I think that they need to have a good syncing component there, so that way they can easily sync to the iPhone quickly, things like that, or even do that wirelessly also. Hopefully that'll be a component in iOS 5. I'm unsure about. So I'm unsure if that is coming. That's not confirmed. Like I said, just a nice rumor, so hopefully that'll be coming. Next I have is the HP Veer 4G will be coming to AT&T May 15th for $100. Will this product sell? No. I think that HP still hasn't done the marketing necessary to do this. They need to come out with some really good advertising. They need to make this really integrated with their HP laptops and really make this happen. But I don't see these things selling very well. It may get great reviews in the press like the first Palm Pre did, but it won't sell very well. So that's my honest opinion. But now it may come back, after it launches, and they sold 100 million of them the first week. And that just probably sounds like something that I would make a mistake of and do. So we'll just have to wait and see. May 15th for that one. Next is, and the last thing I have on my list here for topics, is Pandora adds comedy, which I think is really funny. Literally, no, not kidding, figuratively. But they are adding comedy bits and things to their service. So what it'll actually do is you'll select a comedian like Robin Williams, or I don't know what other comedians they have on there, but I know they have Robin Williams, and it'll play little short skits of them or whatever, or sections of their show or whatever, and then you'll have like audio ads in the middle or something like that, and you'll be able to thumbs up, thumbs down. It'll be just like with music. If this probably, I probably wouldn't use it, but Pandora says that it's been a very requested feature, so I guess if you like that kind of thing, then go for it. And on a final note, as I try to run this podcast up above 10 minutes, this is going to be my last podcast with Technologadget.com. I do apologize for the very short run I've had here. It's been a lot of fun working with Hank and all of the guys at the Technologadget, but I've really been wanting to focus more on my content and move forward into, deeper things, as I actually have recently got my website redesigned. And I'm not going to plug it because I believe that would be it would be too great. But anyway, so I've recently redesigned my website and been trying to build up like that. So that's what I'm, quitting to go into the house to do. So hopefully you guys understand that. You'll be left in the great hands of Hank at Technologadget and other guys. Hopefully they'll get another podcaster on here soon. I will probably continue doing podcasts, for myself. If Hank wishes to, give me a hand with that and shout me out there, then he can choose to do so on Technologadget.com. Thank you guys so much for reviewing. I really appreciate it. It's been fun. So, and I'm not going to make the 10 minutes, but anyway, you can check out more news on Technologadget.com and check out This Week in Tech, which is coming out tomorrow, actually, as of this recording. So make sure you check out This Week in Tech, which I will also not be writing as of tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow is my last day here at Technologadget. So anyway, thank you so much for listening, and I hope that you continue to follow Technologadget. You can also follow Technologadget at Technologadget on Twitter. So be sure to check that out, and I guess I will see you next time, guys. Thanks for listening.